I have never seen anybody that is as broke as a typical Yahoo boy. Yahoo boys are the poorest people in the society. They are at the bottom of the financial food chain in the society. A lot of times you see Yahoo boys asking you for money, begging you for money, and you think that they are just joking with you, that they are just pulling your legs. They are in serious financial needs. If you can help them, help them. They are very broke. Keke riders, bus drivers, nursery and primary school teachers, civil servants are better off financially than a typical Yahoo boy. And I'll show you in this video. Now, let us have a definition. Let me give you one formula. Okay? How do you calculate income? Income is equal to revenue minus expenses. Okay? Your revenue can be monthly, daily, or weekly, but for the purpose of this video, let's make it monthly. Okay? So your monthly income is equal to your monthly revenue minus your monthly expenses. All right? A lot of people don't know what income is. They mistake income for revenue. Revenue is the total amount of money that comes into your pocket on a monthly, weekly, or daily basis. While expenses is the amount of money that goes out of your pocket on a monthly or daily or weekly basis. And your income is the amount of money that is left after you have done your spending on a monthly or weekly or daily basis. But for the purpose of this video, let's stick with monthly. All right, so let us compare a young man who is a civil servant with a young man who is a typical Yahoo boy. You see, I'm saying typical because I'm trying to make a point. This video does not mean it applies to everybody. We're just talking about the typical internet fraudster. All right, let's go. Let's do this. So this is a comparative analysis of a civil servant, a hardworking, legitimate civil servant, and a typical Yahoo boy or internet fraudster. Okay, so let us have revenue on this side and let us have expenses on this side. So this is for the civil servant. Okay, let's say a civil servant earns $200 monthly. And you know one thing about civil servants is they are very frugal. Okay, there are cases where you hear that a civil servant even measures his yam with a tape. All right, so let's say the monthly expenses of this particular civil servant is $40. $40. All right, so going by our formula, we have revenue 200 minus 40. What we have left is $160. All right, so the income of this particular civil servant monthly is $160 for this civil servant. All right, now let's wipe the board clean and let us do this for the Yahoo boy, the internet fraudster, the typical Yahoo boy and internet fraudster. All right. So let's assume that this Yahoo boy has a MAGA. The MAGA is what they call their victim. Let's say he has a victim that he has lied to, that he runs an orphanage and he needs international support. And he has seen a MAGA who has decided to be giving him $3,000 monthly, okay, as a support for his fake orphanage. Or if he's in an emotional scam with a lady who has decided to be giving him $3,000 monthly because they are dating. All right. So let's say the monthly revenue of these Yahoo boy is $3,000. Now let's talk about his expenses. The typical Yahoo boy has no sense. Okay. They are given to vain things and a frivolous lifestyle. So the typical Yahoo boy has a minimum of 3 girlfriends. girls who are not productive, girls who also like vain things like them. So they support these girls financially, girls who bring nothing to the table. And majority of these girls who love these Yahoo boys, they are from poor homes. So these girls even need the money to support their parents and siblings. So you see this guy also reaching out to the families of this girl. Okay? A typical Yahoo boy uses the most fanciful car. The car that the parts in the market are very expensive, high maintenance cars with poor fuel consumption, fuel efficiency. Okay? They are given to vain things. Okay, a typical Yahoo boy parties at least once a week, spends a whole lot of money, buy clothes, buy stuff that they don't need. Okay, they spend their money on things that don't bring money back. Okay, things that sends money away and does not bring it back. Okay, when there's a new iPhone he wants to buy, let's say the monthly expenses for this typical Yahoo boy is 2,950 monthly. I tell you, a lot of them even live beyond their means. So they are in debt. They spend more than what they earn. But let's leave it at 2,950. So the income, the monthly income of this typical Yahoo boy is $3,000 minus 2,950, and what we have is $50. So the monthly income of this Yahoo boy is $50. $50. Note carefully that the spending we are talking about is not spending into maybe you're building an apartment or you are investing in a business. This has to do with frivolous spending. Okay. Now we now have to do a chart, a table for both. Let's do the comparative analysis of both the Yahoo boy and the civil servant so that we can bring all these concepts into perspective. Okay, so wipe my board clean. So on this side, let us have the civil servant here. The civil servant here. And let us have the Yahoo boy on this other side. From our calculation, the monthly income of this civil servant is $160, and that of this Yahoo boy is $50. All right. Now, the yardstick for measuring riches is not revenue. It is what? It is income. That is why you see a lot of people do not even know what income is. Somebody say, what is your monthly income? What they intend to ask is, what is your monthly revenue? That's what they are interested in. Okay? Because income is what is left after spending your revenue. Most people that are asking you, what's your monthly income? What they are interested in is, what is your revenue? Okay, so income is what determines how financially viable you are at the end of the day. So at the end of the day now, if the father of this civil servant has a health challenge that $100 can solve, this guy can conveniently bring out the money and he will still have $60 left. If the mother of this Yahoo boy were to have a medical emergency that requires $100, he will have to go and borrow an extra $50 to be able to support that cost. Okay? So, revenue is not what determines how financially healthy you are. We have seen people who made a whole lot of money from lottery, and few months down the line they are broke again. We have seen people who worked in oil companies for many years, and the year they lose their job, they have nothing to show. Why? Because their expenses eat up their revenue and they have nothing left as income. All right? So the goal financially is to live below your means, live below your earnings. If your revenue is $200, you have to tailor your lifestyle to $50 to $100. Because if you live a life that is directly the same amount of money that you make, then you'll be left with nothing as your income. Okay? So the goal is to live below your means. All right? So you see, I don't know why the girls run after them though, because majority of these guys, they spend everything that they make and they are left with nothing. And that's why you see majority of them are owing a lot of people around. And you're like, but this guy, you know. And some people will say, oh, it's a curse. I don't know that. I don't want to bring in superstition here, but this is the reality. Okay, so girls, when you're looking for a life partner, maybe you need to start factoring in a few things and it will help you in your decision making. I've said my own. My name is Victor Isibo. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you share this video. Let a lot of people see it, because a lot of people, they keep mistaking revenue for income. Revenue is different from income. Now you know the difference. Share it so that somebody else can also know. Until I see you in the next one, I remain Victor Isibo. It's bye-bye.